Kiss me. there's a reason why I do what I do, and there's a reason why you don't see me performing a lot of my own original music. It's because I don't have any. If I were original, I would not be doing this.
This was actually for Paul. I love the Quest retrospective you did. I was introduced to Quest 5 and the Quest 6 50 years after. Is there considering any others?
Actually, once I finally finished up the King's Quest retrospective, which has been about a year later, I do want to do the Quest for Glory series next because I actually might even like that better than King's Quest nowadays. So I just did a full playthrough of all 5 games. So yeah, I think we can do that really quick, really soon.
Many people probably know this already, but I walk around with my mask off all the time. People see me constantly throughout this con or any con I go to. They know what I look like. I don't let them take pictures of me because I don't really like that floating around. But yeah, I walk around with this all the time. As for my videos, it would be nice if I were able to make faces because it's hard to act just in profile. Like I don't have my face. I can't act. Neither does Batman. And he can't act. This is my gimmick now, and I think it works for me. So, and quick follow-up. Where's Nella? Is she okay? She's very, very sick.
Nella has the day job.
Nella takes a great job. So
yeah, she her insurance only allows so many days off. If anyone's filming this, they can tweet it at Nella and say, you know what? After the next question, I'll get everyone to say hi, Nella, and we'll tweet it at her.
Actually, that makes for a good segue. My question's for all of you. At what point did you realize
awesome. That's a pleasure. And eventually I got to the point where I was actually making a decent amount of money off of this, and I really wasn't looking for teaching work anymore. I was like, you know what, why don't we just go full on? Because, you know, being invited to conventions is a lot more fun than, you know, sitting in front of a class full of horrible, god-awful teenagers who just want to take your face constantly.
Honestly, I would do this for free. I started off like not actually monetizing my videos just because it's like just one dork talking about music stuff. That maybe some people would know about. But the fact that I actually can do something that I would do for free and make a little chunk of change off of it is actually extremely rewarding. I'd recommend it to anybody actually.
So before we get to the next one, we're going to record this. Now, 3, 2, 1, everybody say hi. Okay? Hi. Thank you. Let's tweet that.
I've got a question for Doug, and I'm actually going to request for everybody in the panel and the audience. First of all, did you ever get that Emmy from Tom Hooper after the Anime Dance review? No, he sent me all of them. Really? No. And as for the request, as many people may know, I've been doing a program thing to the entire convention, and thank you to everybody who's done pictures and everything, including Doug and Paul. I'd actually want to cap this off, if we could, by doing both the panel and the audience great big yellow space. And if we can do this, I will donate $100 to Reindeer Fund. We good with that? Yeah.
You want everybody to say space instead? So let's keep everybody focused on space.
Right time.
Hi, my question is for everyone, but Doug in particular. Ever since the Mulan review, I've heard a lot of people say, myself included, that they really love to see a full-on channel of awesome music, like for animation.
I've never heard.
Considering how many people on the site think the music being blind, is it something you consider or would consider?
The thing about musicals is that it's not like, hey, listen, get together and sing. I mean, it's like, it takes a lot of work. Come on, we're going to take a while. It's going to cost twice. But I don't know. It's something where it seems like, hey, we got something coming up, we can get these people, we can really orchestrate it. Maybe, but nothing's in the works. Would I be down for it?
See, here's the thing that we've noticed by reviewing a few crappy TV musicals, the musical requires the most work. You can half-ass a horror movie and it can still be good, but you cannot half-ass a musical.
That said, we are a small portion of the site. Like, New York people are planning a review of Phantom that will probably be a musical. Maybe a few more steps.
So you mentioned Documentaries. Do you have any tips or anything for any aspiring writers?
it's never going to be done. Every time you think a joke is done, try and see if you can push it a little farther. It is my advice because, you know, the easy jokes are easy. Anyone can do those. Like, your job is to take it in a different direction.
I tell this to everybody. Check your sense of entitlement. Because you're entitled to nothing. If no one watches you, it happens. And I feel like most people start a series and if they go in expecting fame and fortune, and it takes a while, because there's a huge learning curve. And even if you do have experience with writing, editing, and filming, you gotta go with your mind. And don't look at the force of your mouth if it does come your way.
Hi, my question is about the whole movie departure on the website. I'm curious, when that happened, what did you make of it? Do you guys still be friends, or?
You know, out of respect, because both Noah and Allison have said they want to move on from it, I'm going to do the same thing anyway. But I will say this, that I mean, I did a stand with them, I did talk and stuff, I mean, we're not like, evil eye or anything like that. So, always not like that. But, yeah, I think this I do want to put behind that.
Thank you.
Hello, this is Forever. A friend of me had to go home before coming to this town, and he wanted to ask, could you jump the shark for me?
Can someone be filming this? Lewis is calling me. Well, I'm a little busy. Well, I'm in the atrium. A couple hundred people. You're on speaker. No. No, we're not signing around. It'll be a couple hours. Bye. Say hi to Lewis. He hung up. Sure you'll see this soon.
I just took off for two things. First, thank you for reviewing the Victor Madness musical and telling people about that. I thought that would be an Alabama. And my question is, do you often pick what you review in the hopes that people do that, seek out these things to review?
I do for some, like some of the newer ones I will. Not the retro stuff, like Sound of Music and all the classic 60s stuff. Most people, I've already seen. But when it comes to like stuff like Repo and the upcoming Devil's Carnival for one, I really do endorse this promote it because I really want people to go check this out and kind of give me the character that because that's, to be honest, to me, much more interesting than gosh, even if you guys want to, I want to do what you guys want.
Cabaret was the biggie. Like, Cabaret, I saw, like, I when I moved to New York in 2003, and like, the studio for Cabaret was still around that made Alan Cumming famous. He won a Tony for that. I never saw him, but I saw that show literally 6 times. And we were talking about doing an episode with Paul on the movie, like with him actually was like the MC, like the top hat, he'd be like his Cabaret girls, and we haven't gotten around to doing that yet, but.
Well, we still have to get all the girls at CA up on stage and various category where none of the guys are going to say hi.
Yeah. I like Cabaret girls. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to, sometimes I don't know what to, I mean, maybe I'll look at it, because I love the musical. I'm actually not a big fan of it. I like Liza. Yeah. Sorry. But,
I'm sorry. And just one more question for Deb. You have a fabulous voice, by the way, singing-wise. Thank you. I really enjoy it. Is there any chance you would ever use your singing talents for any upcoming videos? Because that's something I really enjoy watching, especially in the London movie when you always hit those high notes and you're not copyrighted, you know something is wrong.
You know, the one downside I do know about myself as a singer is that I know I have a voice, but I'm technically a good singer. I've trouble hitting the notes, I can't really use it, it's not always fit for me, but I know I have a voice, and I get that from my mother who's not a singer. And at times I try to, I drop it in every once in a while, but I try not to do it too before because I know if people hear it long enough, they'll start to really hear the mistakes. But it's so much fun. You'll see it in it.
Phelan? Yeah. He's in Halifax. He's like 20-hour drive away. I guess he just like, yeah.
I mean, well, Canada's only like 5 square miles.
Oh yeah, they don't yell at like the one road with 2 people. I think they were just too far to left. Because when we drove, that's why our car is currently a painted tire.
That's all right.
Brad? Would they invite us?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, only next year I might probably get actually one for cons, but for the most part, I just go with it.
Except for Manifest.
Hello?
If you don't get invited to Manifest, we just show up.
Hello. I have a question for Doug. At some point, a movie called Manos, The Hands of Fate, held at dishonor for worst film of all time. I was wondering, have you ever thought of reviewing it in the future?
I cannot do Manos because honestly, Mystery Science Theater did everything that could be said about that movie.
This question is for Todd.
song?
What's the song?
Spider-Man musical. I think that was good in DIY world.
Actually, the new Phantom is pretty shitty. There was. It was not, it was, I mean, well, it's a very close line. That's not good.
I thought you could do that.
I mean, now that I'm not getting company of like deep Phantom expert, I'm not allowed to say otherwise.
when you sing, your voice takes on a very raspy and husky tone, which I really appreciate. So my question is, given that those can be very taxing on the voice, how do you maintain those sexy voices of yours?
I mean, for me, honestly, I don't because I lose my voice a lot. Anything where I have to really, like, you know, get to the graveliness. And like Chester, sometimes I can lose a little bit, or with this down screaming. Dominates, I have like 5 bottles of water whenever I can dominate. So, honestly, and I have actually asked voice actors, you know, what's the way to go about not losing your voice? And all the suggestions, it's different ways of manipulating the voice, which makes sense. It doesn't sound as funny. So I just constantly have to keep doing this way. Because the raspiness sounds much more pathetic, and therefore funny. So I just put up with the fact I'm probably going to lose my voice, or I drink a lot of water and hot tea, honey, and stuff like that.
Really, it's not the voice for me so much. It's just my normal speaking voice, which I understand is very nice. But, you know, normally I just try and keep it short. Sometimes my filming can take as short as 15 minutes just one time watch. Sometimes it takes me more than an hour. And when it gets, you know, just filming like that, it can get painful. I don't know what to deal with it.
Whatever you're paid.
I actually have 2 questions. I love to get from festival review. What would you say if you press
That's the fiction of vampires. That's defines that.
your personal
The most vampire-iest of vampires, or the best made movie or vampire-ish?
when you think of vampire, this is
My favorite depiction of vampires is Vampire Chronicles. Interview with a Vampire. The big vampire is that. Nothing else is that.
and this was a pod. Would you like to consider doing the Muppet Treasure Hunt?
I want to do all the Muppet movies because after I did the last one, I was taking the head to watch them on TV. I didn't even know that Muppet Paper existed. I didn't know. I had no idea. Sorry. But the Muppet, that was on my list, Muppet Treasure Island. And I might even do Muppet Christmas Carol as a Christmas special.
What do you think about LFA finally giving it up? People have tweeted me this article of LFA, so we're giving up, we suck, we're not really a thing, we were always shitty. That's a joke article, you realize. That's not real. It's not even The Onion, it's just some writers like LFAO says we suck, we're the worst thing ever. Like, read the article, you guys. It's not real.
And Paul, I was just wondering if you're going to do the new Muppet movie that was released last year.
I literally know nothing about the new Muppet movie at all. What do you mean? I think is it
Yeah.
But okay, it's on my list. I would like to see it, but if it's 5 songs plus,
very brief phase where I was looking at like the Canadian version of the Oscars, and I was like, I've never heard of these movies. I'm gonna check them out. And I've seen some Canadian film critics actually say Canadian films are actually kind of very dull and smug and talky. I didn't want to stereotype, but in my experience, they're kind of dull and smug and talky. Something like funny. I like the few Cronenberg films. That's what I'll fly. That's an image.
See, it seems like most Canadian productions are co-productions. Like, there's a lot of production that goes on up here, like especially in Vancouver, but like, and a lot of them are like here going to the show. So, it's a blurry line.
On that note, I'll recommend Men with Brooms. It's hilarious.
And with boobs.
Brooms. Leslie Nielsen told us. Anyway, my gosh. Any like out in the public, walking down the street, something non-conventional, because obviously people will recognize you at a convention. They never get recognized going into a coffee shop. Any funny stories or odd reactions? Oh, you're the critic, or
No, and this kid, we're going to the office, really morning, this kid's like, and then he goes to like this really funding Christian university. The first thing he did was like, I'm so sorry for my university. I'm so, also went,
One thing I went to China.
oh yeah,
In China.
I recognize China.
Yeah, one time we were just in Lindsay's neighborhood, and we were just walking down the street looking for a restaurant, and this kid walks past us, and like forces the question, oh, we gotta get this on the street? Like, yeah. Oh my God, you're Todd!
Whenever we get recognized, it's always like, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're completely drunk on the subway. It's like, oh my God, I need your autograph. I can't even do it.
That'd be nice because I can't walk around without you. And I like that. When people do recognize me, it's trying to be nice and whatever. But when the funniest one, honestly, like it's really the women because they don't know how to. I mean, they just go like they're 75 years old. Like one the other day that's going to see a movie. This one just looks me like this. And I don't want to be, for whatever reason, I don't always want to say, yes, it's me, please don't. So I let them start. I can usually pick out, wait till they recognize me, but, I let them start and it's like, hello, she just. So those are usually the funny because they just go totally speech, but then it's just how I'm growing up, I do not have a lot of that. So that's fair.
My questions were the historical chick and historical critic. I know you're both American, but would you ever consider doing or have you ever considered like reviewing nostalgic TV shows specific to like a country outside of America, like Canada, Great Britain, China, anywhere?
Usually it has to be something I'm familiar with. Like, I know a lot of people ask me to do food, but I didn't grow up with it. So I wouldn't be able to like, one of the episodes. So, I mean, if it's something that's well known or I at least know about it, I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I feel like I did an episode of Jim Carr, which was a TV show I never knew or cared about, but I didn't get all these requests for it. And I still kind of really hate that episode because I didn't get it and I didn't care. Like, I could not be arsed to care. And I feel like, especially with kids media, like, that's why I want to touch Sailor Moon because I didn't grow up with it, so I just don't get it. And I'll watch it and I'll be like, no. So I feel like I have to have some sort of actual nostalgic familiarity with it. That's my new rule.
I also have a question for you, David.
You guys actually did totally say A and a boot.
Yeah, it's somewhere between a root and a bell is where you
I must have heard it like 20 times this weekend. I try not to crack up at that.
I thought it wasn't a real thing. But it is.
That's okay, because we knew you guys go home and like make fun of our stupid flat American accents.
Did you get addicted to like tidbits yet?
They're amazing.
I think we should actually have like a munchkin versus tidbits sort of competition. Which one sticks to one? Which has the most points? Will it grow? Will it blend? Tidbits versus munchkin.
Follow-up question from Todd.
What's it improved?
As a teacher, I'm curious, was your degree in music or was it going to be younger? And does your education, where you got your piano training, or is it self-taught?
I thought you said Paul. You said to me?
He knows I can write.
My education. Okay, my musical training, my parents made me take piano lessons from a nice old lady for many, many, many years. I don't even remember when I started. Could be 11, could be 5. I don't even remember anymore. In college, I minored in music. I took about a year of classical training, and that's about it as far as my training goes. Just writing, listening to play a lot
you very much.
Thank you.
I have a question for Paul. Watching your music release, I watched Peter Pan video. That was a musical but filmed on a stage. And it got me thinking of this one musical that I really love watching. It's called Into the Woods. And I was wondering if you could do that at some point.
Well, the Peter Pan one has actually become okay, I'm too different into the woods. Actually, I mean, the Peter Pan one actually did kind of set a precedent because of the filming of the stage show. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see, how much does that open me up to? And the answer was everything. So, yeah, so now I can do musicals, I can do stage shows, I can do whatever I want because I'm goddamn Paul Newman. I just always wanted to say that. It's a fucking funny excuse.
Hi there. I have two questions. First one, how do you decide what you're going to review? Do you just have a list somewhere of things that you'd like to do, or what?
I think for me, it has to be something I'm familiar with. If it's a movie, it's a little easier. If it's a show, that's pretty difficult. I feel like I have to remember it. So that's what the criteria. If there's something that just gets a million people asking for it, eventually I'll do it. Even Digimon, which I wouldn't do, but then somebody is like, oh wait, okay. So knows that everything means I can help. So yeah, with some exceptions like Romeo and the Roof, you know, for the most part, I'd have to have some idea about it.
Honestly, like we have like a master list. If I do something, it's the thing I have the most to say about that week. Like for whatever reason, I it hit. So yeah.
I review top 40 songs because I hear them all the time. Eventually, I just start accumulating jokes. I hear a line is like, haha, quit. And I'm like, I'll say that. And you know, eventually, I get enough where I was like, well, I can fill this out with a full script. Except for one in Wonderland, where I just do like, I pick one with like at least one entertaining thing about it, and I'll just do research on that for a few weeks, and then I'll put that up, and that's how I choose that.
I can tell you that dark one has saved my ass more than once. Yeah, if ever indecision takes over, then you know, random selection actually has brought about probably 40%. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. But I do try to kind of mix things up. A little bit old, a little bit of new, a little bit of Disney, a little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll.
Yeah, that's another thing. Is I really don't like. I really have like a hate language, but I don't like that doing that 2 weeks in a row. It makes me sad. Oh, by the way, I just got a tweet from Nella, and she says, "All hugs, hugs to all there. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it this year." Twitter, everybody says, "Oh." I think maybe she can like cut out a day for me to social media.
I was also wondering, what is with the ads that are in the middle of your videos now? And are you worried that you might run out of funny ways to transition to commercial and back again?
It is fun to think about a week and a half for me too. But by the time I actually start writing an episode, I've already been writing it for like a month in my head. So like, I've already been like saving up thoughts and jokes and insights and ideas. And then once I decide, like, well, this episode's not going to start another, it'll take me about 5 days to a week and a half to nail it all down and put it out.
I generally allow myself, it's about a two-week process that I really find weekly, now it's like a full-time day job. But like week one will be all viewing, note-taking, and research. Maybe 2 days of series writing, filming, the editing probably takes like another 2 or 3 days. But it's 2 weeks is normal for me.
For me, it's about a week. For the other one, it's usually a day. So you can get a little time. Usually what I do is I have a day to sit down and watch the movie and just take notes. I have a day to write it
I've been I've been tempted a couple times, mostly watching Eurovision. Eurovision, you gotta understand, we took a little short trip to Ireland and it was amazing. And it happened to coincide with this yearly thing called Eurovision, which is like the Olympics of music, only it's terrible and everyone sucks at it. It's like a gong show, only everyone takes it like dead seriously, everyone's trying really hard, and it's always terrible and it's always hilarious. Maybe someday I'll do something on that, just because it's a weird thing that you can live your entire life on this continent and never hear about, but it's so amazing.
The act that came in second was a group of, I think, 6 Russian grandmothers dressed in babushkas singing a song called Party for Everybody Dance.
Okay, this question is for Todd. When you're looking for a song that you personally would like to keep playing on like a music player, what are some important things you look for to continue listening to it on a normal basis?
If it's got a good beat, you can dance to it. Are you talking about something you want to review or something you want to listen to because I like them?
Either one, basically, doesn't matter.
For review, I don't really have a choice. I naturally took myself to the top stations, the top 40 stations, and they will decide what I listen to over and over again. And usually, I get to pick from one of 5 songs that they keep hammering in me. And I was like, very rarely, occasionally, it'll be a song so bad that I have to change it immediately, and I'll never review it because I can't listen to it long enough to form up thoughts about it. As for actual songs I like, I don't really have like a criteria. Just I like this, and it's very hard to analyze why you like something. It's like, especially like to group your entire everything you listen to into like one quantifiable thing. So I can't really do that for you. Sorry.
And this is one for Doug as well. Other than the proposed engineering old world, what were some other films that you were really close to actually getting put onto your show, but eventually scrapped because you feel like maybe it just wasn't going to work out?
I think the only one that I sort of feel like I shouldn't have done was Junior, because even though it was bad, it was mostly boring, but I couldn't get my computer on. It was shot the hell out of me. You think what's been rated. I mean, like, that ranks itself. But for whatever reason, it was really tricky. It was really tricky.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One for Lindsay. Are you going to be doing a vlog of this con?
Well, I think we're definitely going to have to do a vlog thanking everybody for the radiator hat. So really doing something about that.
The other thing is for everyone, just wondering what kind of makes you kind of have that fangirl tweet come out like illustrated that one woman when she met him.
What happens is sort of
So honestly, when I sometimes I'll tweet at people who are like, a little more famous than me, like have 40,000 followers instead of 18,000. Like if we like Jordan Glassman and Bill Corbett or some of the guys that work on current TV and like they'll tweet back at me like, you thought the joke was funny. Yeah, that makes me geek out.
the people that are making these really honestly are dead. Like Mark Twain was making history, Chuck Jones was making history. So anyone really, I think these people, it's pretty cool to be working with people that you deserve for a lot, but I like animating people with great
What makes me squeak? Adds a. What am I? I would like if I were here talking to so I probably wouldn't even be able to get close enough to do something squee-worthy. Like just I remember once I went to a wrestling match and I got to see Diamond Dallas Page and that made me squeak. Back when I was 14. But unfortunately I haven't been able to interact with anyone. I rarely go to concerts. I got to see Modest Mouse once and that was amazing. They were a great live band. But I need to go out more is what I'm saying.
Well, I just did this review on the blog of the Empire wine, and just kind of an easy review that I just kind of threw together, and then the winery sent me that they love my review and they're sending me a free bottle of wine.
See, for mine, it's like I don't squeak. It's like I could be tweeted at by like some of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I guess. But then I had Al Lowe, the creator of the Sue Larry game series from Sierra, good nerds in the review, that he actually watches my truncated series on YouTube. I'm like, and I'm like, to Facebook, let's tell everyone Al Lowe watches my stupid show. No, actually, it was all here.
Have you ever watched Target Women, on current TV? No? It was really big a couple years ago. It's so funny. She talked about commercials targeted at women, like yogurt. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah. She would, but I think she didn't really work anymore, that makes me sad. I should see that everyone shared that, so it's on the show.
Thanks, guys. You should have like a cut-up date on your stuff to show what if it's old versus new, so well, you new one too, even though it's done after 2000. You could do that for a prequel, like
film yet, or we're going to film today.
Well, we actually did film a few things that you'll probably see. I think I can see next week. Yeah, I do a crossover with. That's
Well, Louis and I, we've been working on it actually. I guess that's no secret. It's Supergirl, the 1984 movie. And we've been planning on doing this for years. And we like, I hope we get around to it because this is just. Even though we've been working on it, it's such a bad movie, you guys. Oh my god.
Hi. I just want to say that in the summer, we don't always have snow here in Canada. When I first came, that's what everyone said, see, we don't always have snow. I'm like, I didn't say that. It's just every dumb American thing that. I'm like, yes!
The second you cross the border, like your face freaks
No.
out.
Well, you see the Celsius temperature. But anyway, I just want to say, I was in college, at the end of college, just when you got like that kind of process was taken off. And it just served as an inspiration for me just to like go out and film the stuff. Because you guys are doing it, you can actually do something with it. So I just want to say thank you guys.
Hello everyone. First off, for Documentaries and I just want to thank you again for talking to our friends and establishment. I just want to say, so you guys can come in here, should we be there for the club? And just a question for Doug. I don't know, as you were answering something earlier. You said that your criteria for doing nostalgic videos that it had to be something you grew up with.
That's right, yes.
So what are you going to do when you finally have reviewed everything you love watching?
I wouldn't even draw the line there, but I feel like I'm done with the character running out of stuff. I mean, I don't want to force it. I don't want to force it forever, just because people are watching it. I feel like it's time to stop.
That doesn't mean the site will stop.
Yeah, not the site. No, I'm a lot of other videos. I still love entertaining. I mean, if I'm really good with the character, like you said, that's all I can do. I mean, I'll stop doing the character. The internet will be that day. Thanks again.
I have a quick question. Hi guys, I'm sure I should see any 8 work videos on each you make fun of Chris Brown all the time. Do you ever receive any hate in that?
Hate for hating Chris Brown. Do I get hate for hating Chris Brown? I don't give a shit. Very occasionally I got a couple of things like tell me about Chris Brown, but who cares?
They're more on some daddy issues, and I feel like the intelligence quotient of people that watch that guy with glasses is a little higher than average compared to public. So I feel like people that are dumb enough to buy into Chris Brown's bullshit don't know what they're saying. So.
are you dealing with the heat here? Are you dealing with the heat here?
Here? Try Chicago, boy.
In the hotel?
Not to me. I've been to Trinidad. Well, thanks for your time.
It's nice, actually.
There's questions for everyone. Because I know the website obviously has comments for people who make their own opinions about like news of what you guys just did. So do you use that? Do you take anything into consideration in general?
I mean, I do. I mean, like I said, I had more time to read your comments. Sadly, I don't know. But you know, you do try to read it and you try to take constructive criticism when you feel like, yeah, they have a point or something. You know, and like actually the Let's Play, I think it's a good example. It's like I wasn't a fan of that video, but I was hoping maybe it would play it and people told me, you know, they're not gonna be like, you're screwed, you guys. So, I mean, stuff like that, it's good. I mean, but for when it's something that's just like, you know, you suck, you just put more, you know, or whatever. I mean, just right insulting something like that, or they're just looking to start something. You just tune it out. I usually find the only time that's up yes to me is if I'm having a bad day or a bad week or something. And if you read that, it's just like, you know, oh, you know what? I'm gonna know. You know, but push the keyboard away. It's like I'm emotional. Don't do it. So, but for the most part, you have to know going in just that there's always going to be people that don't like you. Just do that out. You could be allowed to do, you know, what you want, or for people to get things that never do it right. Yeah. 95% of the negative criticism you get on the internet, you have to disregard. And the 5% you realize, like, yeah, they're right. You have to restrain the urge to respond to it. Like, I'm so sorry, it's terrible. Like, you know, screw you. You're wrong, I'm right, go away. You gotta suppress that urge. Honestly, if they're right, you work on it in the future. If you're wrong, forget it.
My favorite. I guess I like to go on forums where they don't know I'm looking. Like, I guess something on them because I told them, but I've actually done something on for a long time. And I particularly like that forum because they're so harsh. And there's like no echo chamber of worship, nor is there like I'm butthurt because I was rejected from your website, so I hate you. Like, it's like a good middle ground. So I like sites like that where they don't really know / care that you're reading. I feel like we get the best feedback there. And I was going for it because I didn't handle it. Because I mean, like, you can always do better. Always. Like, when you go in feeling like you're at the top of your game and there's no room for improvement, you're wrong. And, you know, it's much better to have an open mind.
My question may be a little all over the place, but it relates to how your shows reach the end user. In my home, I don't have cable television or satellite television, but I watch Netflix. I stream things through game systems or my Blu-ray player. And from what I know about Channel Awesome, if I were to visit, I'm going to do it from my computer. I'm not going to do it through one of those because I'm not going to use a web browser to pull that stuff up. My DVD, my Blu-ray player has a flip.tv thing, but the content is stagnant.
It does? Oh, right, because they have stuff that had it and they removed it, so it doesn't really work anymore?
Yeah, so that's some background to my larger question, which is the future. Given that we're in this world where people are accessing content this way, not just on iPads or iPhones. Are you guys involved in that aspect of the business? And you see something soon coming to meet the reality of how people view content today?
Well, I give my not like for sure. For the most part, I'm very much an entertainer, and I don't have a business mind. I usually try to stay out of it, but I do know that we're working towards something very similar.
Well, I think, like, that is more open. And we have had conversations with them about that very subject because I'm completely, like, I have cable, but I would really like to have a Roku or
I enjoy character women. So you're not alone. Really? Oh, good. But what I've been wondering ever since the Carlton dance montage, how do you get so many people to do these ridiculous things for your videos?
Because I get everybody like I get these social experiments and like everybody do the Carlton, and they wouldn't do it. They just sit there. Like everyone was like, do the Carlton. Everyone's like, yeah, it's the Carlton. So I was like, all right, I'll do it on Wednesday. And then like, because Doug was like, I gotta do it as the bum. That's one of the stipulations. Like, except for I suck at it, so we kind of had to joke.
In general, it's good to see all you guys here in this convention. It seems that I don't really like have a chance to go out of Canada to the States or something. So yeah. Doug, how did you survive doing the review for work with your kids? How did you survive doing the review for work with your kids?
I'm not sure I did. I think it's still like a survivor of like, Vietnam War and sort of thing.
That's I'm actually thinking about watching it. It basically hurts every time.
It's really cool.
Brutal. Second question. How much did you guys get in that fun to
Over there? Okay, we'll announce at the end of the panel.
Y'all good? Okay,
Give
good.
yourselves a round of applause. It's like Canadians are nice or something.
I got my own part that I want.
I just have one question for you. Why a dog can't quit this old cancer?
I only got that.
Is this your camera?
Oh.
We need to take power.
Why does
Sit
it
on
have
back.
a canister? Because hot sauce is too expensive.
Straight. Full out. If I pull back. I need to take them both to the store.
That was a good one.
This ends in like soon, so I'll come back.
The minute this ends, you can take them both.
I just want to say I really love the library review.
I just want you
And I was wondering if you have any visual effects from looking at the package at the same time.
Well, I
Not this one.
There's
There's nothing we can touch. Once 5 o'clock hits, we'll clear that last room.
I feel like when I have to do it, I guess. But
This is a great one. Is there anything that you really wanted to review that didn't or couldn't?
I think there's a lot of stuff like review, stuff like reviews and stuff that I get involved with. In terms of footage, no, the film. Because, and I really have respect for fan base because it really has touched many people's hearts and stuff. And I just cannot say anything nice about it. And I don't want to really tell the fan base when I can't find anything like it. So that's the reason I say it. Yeah, right.
Just 1 second, guys. Sorry, I didn't realize this was a question.
Yeah, for me, I know I can get a lot more hits if I review whatever the gigantic smash hit song of the day is. I remember when We Found Love by Rihanna was a few months ago was just constant. I was like, I can make so much money, get so many hits off of this, but I didn't have anything to say about it. It's not interesting, good or bad. So I had to let that pass by.
Yeah, I feel like I get a lot of requests for like some really popular girly stuff and just like don't get it. And I feel like it's one thing not to educate yourself. Yeah. Oh. You're not that shit. Like that shit is nuclear.
With rainbows.
Like Luca did one on something.
Oh, God, you're right.
Yeah, people were flipping their shit because she didn't mention friendship. She didn't say anything bad about it. No, ponies, you stay in your no disrespect. No, you guys are awesome. Yes, you guys are like the Scientologists of fandom. They're afraid to say anything bad about you. Derek wants to say something. Yeah.
Hey guys, remember the hat?
This what's
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your enormous generosity has raised an even $550.
the rest of my hat too.
Just consider this a
Thank you so much, guys.
Canadian generosity.
It's Canada, man. Whenever people say they're gonna dump America and move here,
There's one of the things to say about this is that after 550, he stopped taking it, but people were still willing to donate even after that point. Give us a round of applause.
thank you so much.
You know, my car broke too.
All here, guys, let's get it. You have questions?
Hi. I just want to say first of all that all my friends were really huge fans of you guys, and we literally like wait right up until like you guys actually post videos. That's how like crazy we are. We just actually wait up until you guys actually post the videos. Like everybody on the site, so we're constantly watching videos all the time. Mine's not really a question; it's more of a request. Last year at this very con, my boyfriend actually asked me out. And this is our first year anniversary. So if you guys can actually give him a round of applause for being the most wonderful boyfriend.
Funny story, actually. Our first anniversary because we met on Suburban Night. That was the first time we ever met. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Well, this is
last question. Can we hear a bit of the story of what happened to the car? I know the tweets were going around about it broke down, it was at the border, we had to push it across. I'm sure there's an awesome story behind it, and call it, you know, we're paying for it with the 550s.
Who are those under the rainbow bridge? It's so dangerous.
I'll try and make it as interesting as I can. We were on the Rainbow Bridge, and we were just waiting, then we waited some more, we were waiting, and then we moved forward a little bit, then we waited.
Too much steam, oh my God, there's steam.
And then there was like this car in front of us, you know, we had the windows down, and they were belching like exhaust at us, and I was like, oh damn, this car, you know, the car in front of us was belching, you know, white gas at us, and I was like, oh wait, that's coming from my hood. I was like, let me check my temperature gauge. What does this age mean? And then it was like, well, why don't we turn this off? And I turned it off, and yeah, like you can see it from space. It's a gigantic white cloud coming out of my car. We got towed 40 minutes here from the border to Burlington. Yesterday, the mechanic told me, your radiators were dated. Grenaded is not a word we want to hear mechanics say. I did not know that was a verb. So, yeah. So that's what happened to my poor car. But thank you guys so much. Yeah.
We had to put it neutral and the thing wouldn't, I mean, we didn't know where to start. So Paul was like pushing it towards the border. And like their border patrol guy came up and saw the balloon. And then when we get towed, the guy that was telling us was like, oh yeah, this happens all the time on that bridge. As far as there's something about like they keep moving from the bridge and just sitting there.
Yeah, the guy told us like if we could stop on the bridge, we would back up traffic even worse than it already was. I think they have like just like a built-in radar now, dangerous car about to make things worse for everybody. We're getting out of here right now. Stand.
Guys, I have to take off here. Thank you all so much.
Oh my God, what do we do that my God is gone?
What will you, Alright, so we got this kitty roast. We're going to do it. You really want it? Auction it! Okay. Five? Okay, we got 38 cents. $5. $20. Okay, 20? 25? 25. Alright. 35 is on track, I think. 35? 40? Okay. Yeah, whatever. We'll do whatever you want us to do. 40? 40? Going once? Going 45? 45? Going once? Going once? Going twice? Sold.
Yeah, but we're going to put it in the radiator because they said they can't check whatever else might be wrong with it because first they have to fix the radiator. So like they can't tell if there's like any other leaks until they fix that. So there might be more. So put it at the radiator pile.
Sorry you missed stuff, but we'll let Louis sign for Doug. Sign as Doug. Or as Louis. Would you like Louis to sign as Doug or as Louis?
went to go buy some bag. No?
No, there's this horrible European Science Commission commercial trying to promote girls in science, and it looked like a shampoo ad. It was so bad.
Best possible. I guess the closing ceremony is in 8 minutes. Lord Gatekeepers, what would you like us to do for the next 8 minutes?
The next 8 minutes? Wow, I want to warn everybody that the closing ceremony / feedback panel happens within those 8 minutes, in 8 minutes. So if you have to go to the bathroom, go now. Otherwise, if you guys want to, like, I don't know, dance or something like that, or do something crazy for the last 8 minutes, to kill time.
I could, there's one thing we have known, it's everyone doing their politics. Does anyone have,
Everyone have an auxiliary cable. I don't know, iPhone 3G. 50 Shades of Grey!